the second world boss. Just happened to be up today, so figured I may as well record it. I missed world boss last night, so kind of need the gold. This world boss doesn't hit nearly as hard as the other one, so I don't need a guardian rune or healing rune. I've been able to survive it normally without any other healing other than bloodthirsty. Dang it. Screwed up my rotation. Normally I have incendiary in there. Keeps it easier to maintain the amount of damage I take if I can use incendiary a couple times. And I use Chaos Rune just because it's the adds some extra damage in between turns. Don't think this will get off in time, but me. I normally stay, even though I could awaken Sylph right now, I normally stay until I can use Bloodthirsty again. I could have sworn Redoga Drake was the name of the first boss, not this one. I'd like to say hello to specifically all my fans in Brazil. I have a few of them coming to join us. Always nice to meet people from other countries, especially places like Brazil that I've always wanted to go to. Don't really need the Bloodthirsty right now, so I'll just go into Sylph mode. before you guys asked me to strip my gear for Tower of Kings, I'd like you to know that I did, in fact, strip my gear yesterday, and 2 minutes later, somebody on my server decided to be a smartass and go boot me out of Arena. So I had to quickly put my gear back on. So you can thank the idiot on my server for doing that and then going and bragging about it later. But normally I'm not awake to strip gear, but if I am on, I do try to strip. Don't know why that's impressive to go brag about beating me, especially when you could only beat me when I had no gear and no sylph on. Whatever makes you happy. Three. Four. For other people that are looking to join me, as always, wartune.com, server 153. And if there's stuff you want me to record, I do try to oblige. I've got the whip event coming out tomorrow. I'll record that. I know some people like to see that for some reason. Timing was a little off on that. I did a small kind of how-to video for the Holy Forge, Holy Cast, whatever you want to call it, system. It's a little bit difficult to do because you need a lot of the items to be able to do it, and they're not very easy to get right now. I'm sure later on, just like everything else in this game, later on it will be easier to get. But I did want to, I did just kind of a little instructional thing just so people could see what it looks like and learn a little bit about it, know what to expect from it when you reach level 80 or get all your 80 gear. Oops. I'm just using Arrow Strike to try to get enough rage to do Incendiary again. The other world boss, I normally die once, sometimes twice. I could probably survive the whole time without too much difficulty, but it would decrease the amount of gold I get, because I would have to not be in Sylph mode as long. This morning boss, I can stay in Sylph as long as I want because it hits a lot weaker. People ask me sometimes how to survive this world boss. Um, the biggest thing that I can tell you if you want to survive world boss is improve your resistance crystals. If you're using Gaia or Hercules, then you need to increase your electro resistance. This has nothing to do with the type world boss it is, but when you're fighting PvE, it reads your highest resistance, not the resistance of the monster. I mean, and that's why things like Redoga Drake don't even tell what type of mob it is, because the type doesn't even matter for PvE. So if you're using Gaia or Hercules, increase your electro resistance and you'll see you take a lot less damage. For example, right there I got hit for 281, but it was reduced by 1370. That's quite a reduction. I mean, it's low damage as it is, but still almost a 90% reduction. And of course, improving your will crystals will improve your damage. You can see there, when I do this hit, I did an extra 85,892 damage. That's a lot of gold. And there's that. Thank you for joining me.